What's up, everybody? It's Justin. Merry Christmas and happy birthday and all the stuff, all the cool stuff. Hey, happy everything day and New Year's and yeah, awesome. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of In Case You Missed It. This is In Case You Missed It number 12, I think. I should check the numbers before I go live, right? That would probably help. But I'm pretty sure this is In Case You Missed It number 12, which is a recap of my weekly Facebook Live AMA. This was AMA number 51. I called this one Holiday Recovery and Overdoing Things. First things first, little piece of information. I released a badass podcast, one of my favorite conversations of all time, this week on the Perfect Paleo Podcast with me, Justin Nault. It was me and Juliet Starek, the founder of StandUpKids.org, the co-founder of Mobility WOD, the co-founder of San Francisco CrossFit, author of best-selling books like Desk Bound, Becoming a Supple Leopard, and more. Juliet Starek is freaking awesome. It's one of my favorite conversations ever, so go check out the Perfect Paleo Podcast with Justin Nault. Listen to that episode all about childhood nutrition, unnecessary injuries, how often people sit all day long. We even talk about pre- and post-workout nutrition for kids. Random stuff. And of course, we talk about stand-up kids, standing desks in classrooms, and all the amazing benefits. But this is your recap of AMA number 51, Holiday Recovery and Overdoing Things. So we started by talking about the holidays and the way things usually go, lots of nutrition debate and this and that. Whenever you're at a table full of garbage food that everybody knows is garbage, it sparks debate. So I talked about that and all the ways that I was asked about nutrition throughout the holidays, etc., etc. But what I really talked about was it's entirely possible to overindulge in the holidays in a quote-unquote paleo way, which is what I did. Now, I'm very fortunate because I run Clovis, my family's on board with my lifestyle, so I was eating things like paleo blondies and homemade paleo ice cream that I made myself by hand with an ice cream maker and an extra piece of prime rib or a little bit extra sweet potatoes, right? So I overdid it. The alcohol I had was mostly dry farm wines, right? So I still overdid it on holidays, but it wasn't extremely detrimental. It's usually the opposite for most people. What I mean by that is I tell people over the holidays to simply not eat like an asshole. What do I mean by that? If you have an opportunity to eat some homemade chocolate cake that somebody made or something, fantastic. But when you see a random plain yellow sugar cookie with sprinkles on it that you know is literally nothing but chemicals and food dyes and artificial flavorings and loaded with sugar, right? That's just garbage. You're eating like an asshole. You don't need to eat that thing, right? You can indulge and enjoy the holidays without putting nothing but toxic chemicals in your body. And all you have to do that is separate human food from non-human food. These little sugar cookies and things like that that are just nothing but chemicals, that's non-human food. Now, if you did overindulge, if you overdid the alcohol, if you took in a bunch of sugar, some artificial chemicals and ingredients and all these things, what's the best way to get over that to kind of reset your system? Now, I need to preface this by saying this works best if you're already fat adapted or already living a Clovis lifestyle or at least a paleo or somewhat low carb lifestyle, meaning you just don't eat like an asshole, right? If you're already in that camp, this will work a little bit better. But the quickest way to do it is simply a 24-hour fast. That's it. Now, I made a specific decision to work out the morning of Christmas Eve, went to a Christmas Eve dinner, stopped dinner quite early, usually I think it was around 6:30, and then I fasted. I did a full 18-hour fast until I ate again on Christmas. Then I ate a ton of food, paleo-friendly food, sure, but I ate probably 3 times more food than I would normally eat, right? Then I completed a 24-hour fast the next day. That 24-hour fast, right back to where I started. You reset your insulin levels, reset blood glucose, all those things, right? It's a fantastic way to just get back on track. Now, there are very, very few people in this world that I can think of that a 24-hour fast would be dangerous for. It's simply not a thing. A lot of people will tell you differently. They'll say your blood sugar will drop, you're gonna pass out, you're gonna this, you're gonna that, right? It's simply not true. I really can't think of anyone in any scenario in which a 24-hour fast is truly dangerous. So that's a really quick way to get back on track, but that doesn't mean you should overdo it. And that's where we got into overdoing things. We talked about New Year's resolutions and how it's so easy to be someone like me or be a Clovis person and laugh at all the New Year's resolutions people. They're gonna go to the gym 5 days a week on the first week and then they're gonna quit and they're gonna overtrain and they're gonna count calories and hurt themselves and blah, 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 blah. It's really easy to laugh at them for doing that while someone else is maybe doing a 24-hour fast every other day or an extended 3 to 4 day fast twice a month, or they find out that fat is healthy and start drinking butter through a straw 3 times a day, or They find out low carbohydrate, moderate to low carb is healthy, so they decide to eat 3 grams of net carbs a day and no vegetables or whatever. It's super easy to go extreme on the nutrition side of things too. So we talked about overdoing things. Remember, something like fasting is a therapeutic modality used sparingly, okay? Used sparingly. Now, I have no problem with time-restricted eating, maybe a 13-hour fast every day or even up to a 16-hour fast every day. Not really necessary for everybody. I would say 13 is plenty, especially for women, right? But that's what we talked about, is how to recover from the holidays. The quickest way to do that, I would say, is the evening of Christmas. As soon as you stop eating, start a fast, do a 24-hour fast, have a nice nutrient-dense, Clovis-friendly meal that Wednesday night, and then maybe do a 13-hour fast after that until breakfast the next morning. Boom, you're reset, all is well, you're forgiven, right? What you don't want to do is eat like crap, stress the body out, drink a bunch of alcohol, sleep poorly that night, and go, I'm going to go to the CrossFit gym and burn this all off. I'm going to burn off all that bad food. No, you put a bunch of nonsense food in your system. Your body is already stressed. You probably slept poorly, particularly if you consumed alcohol. The worst thing you can do for cortisol levels and recovery is get into the CrossFit gym the next morning and start doing snatches and clean and jerk or whatever for time because you want to burn off the food you ate. Congratulations, you did an hour-long CrossFit WOD. You probably burned, 215 calories. Wow, right? It just doesn't make sense. We need to start understanding biochemistry, everybody. So that is the quick reset, quick and dirty reset, 24 hours after your big holiday meal, then eat a nutrient-dense Clovis meal, then a 13-hour fast after that, then just go back to eating your normal way of life, your normal Clovis way, paleo way, whatever it might be, whatever makes you happy, everybody. That's your recap of AMA number 51. Holiday recovery and overdoing things. It was a great conversation. There's a lot more to it. We talked about exercise, fasted exercise, blah, 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 whole bunch of questions, but you gotta go check that out. That is on the Perfect Paleo podcast. You can check out clovis.show for all the podcast episodes. And if you want that episode I told you about with Juliet Starrett, just go to clovis.show/Juliet, Juliet. Go to clovis.show, check out all my podcasts. Thank you all for being here. This is In Case You Missed It, number 12, I hope I got that right. We'll see everybody. Bye!